Hi folks, hope you're well. So yes, seeing the people from the River Church there was interesting. It was tempting to go over, but no. I was thinking quite a lot recently about the point being banned, and from that point of view, and what I thought earlier was an interesting point. That yes, from the point of view of church, being banned from church is one of the worst things that people who are churchy could imagine, because from their point of view, they think that obviously if you can't go to church, you can't have the support, and you'll be spiritually dead because of that. Okay. But staying in churches like the River Church means you will be spiritually dead anyway. So leaving the church, you've got more chance to be spiritually alive rather than staying in the church. There's no point doing it. No. But yes, again, with all these things, time will tell. That's the reality, isn't it? Well, I mean, the last one I just said, if they remove the ban, but I wouldn't go back to that church. Do I think they will in the future? Right, do I think that church will want to remove that ban? Well, again, that really does depend upon God. It really does depend upon whether I'm right or wrong. If I'm right, then yeah, I think they will. If I'm wrong, then no, they won't. Because again, if I'm wrong, then I don't think there's hope for anyone. No. I don't... I can't think how there could be hope for anyone at all if I'm wrong. I can't see it. Because obviously, the way that things are in the church... Well, again, I was speaking to people in the other church, the Community Church of God, that one, about revival, and about whether there is actually revival in this area, which there isn't, but yeah. One of the blokes, yeah, I could have guessed that this would happen, but when we were talking, he started talking and said revival is about the spiritual nature of the people in church. It's not about other people joining the church, and a lot of people joining the church. That's not revival. Next second, he said, "Oh, it is about people joining the church. That's revival." I said, "Well, actually, you said a minute ago that's not revival." He said, "Well, okay, you got me there." And then he left the area to stop that conversation because he went outside. I thought, okay, it's not a competition. So if you think I got you, I wasn't trying to get you. But obviously, if you said something and then the next second saying the opposite, then I'm sorry, then, you know, I'm going to say a second earlier you said that wasn't the case. Now you're saying that is the case. So is that the case or not? I'm not trying to get you. But there you go. It is what it is. Yeah. Well, as I said before, the church has been praying for the last 30 years for revival. Do I think revival is going to come in the form that the church believes it's going to come in? No. No. I do not. I don't think there's really any chance of that whatsoever. I don't. And I would also say, again, go back to my videos. You go back to 4 years ago, I wasn't talking about any of the stuff I'm talking about now. It's been only the last 3 years that my understanding, knowledge and wisdom has changed completely. So therefore, again, if I'm right, then obviously that church and the other churches will say, oh, you're not banned anymore. Come to our church and teach us. And I think the answer will be no. I still think the answer will be no. Well, unless those churches would be happy to tell the people in that church why they banned me and how they were wrong by doing that. Because again, it's about teaching people. And also, the people who thought it was okay to ban people, yeah. Has those people learned or not learned? If they haven't learned, then yeah, if they're still leaders of that church, then the answer is no, I won't come to your church. If you haven't learned, if you think you were still right to ban me, then I'm still banned. I don't care if you think right now, I'm the right person to teach your people. I don't care. If you still think you were right to ban people from your church, then sorry, I'm still banned. That's the issue. That's the truth there. But so yeah. Well, as I say, I mean, I've watched videos of even up-to-date preaching in the River Church, and by what I've seen, I have to say, the people there are knackered. I watched videos of recent teaching from the Ocean Church as well. And again, there's nothing there that can help the people there by their teaching. The teaching is churchy teaching. And so therefore, no, there's nothing there that can actually help the people there. So therefore, yeah. Will I go to those churches? No chance at all. No, absolutely not. Well, I think, well, when I've listened to the teachings, the Community of God Church, his teaching wasn't too bad. It was more interesting. His teaching was more interesting. So therefore, if I had to say to someone to go to any church in this area, I would say go to that church. The Community Church of God, the Pentecostal church. I would say go there. Even though, if they said to me, is it a good church that actually will teach people how to deal with issues, I would say no. No, I don't think so. There's no reason that I can say yes about that. So therefore, I can't really say to someone, go to that church or go to any church, because, there's no reason for me to say, go to that church. As I said years ago, I would say, oh, go to that church or this church or this church, because they were good at that time. But now, not really. I mean, the church is worse now than it was years ago. 30 years ago, the church was better than it is now. It's got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It's not got better in the last 30 years. It's got worse. So, because basically, the people in church want to... they don't really care, I don't think. How it's happening. So, they don't complain that the leaders aren't telling them to do better. They don't care. If the people in charge are not talking about fruit and how to have fruit and how to walk and what happens if you've got no fruit, the people in church don't care. So therefore, why would they do it? If the people don't care, if they're happy, then okay. It won't change, will it? And for years and years and years and years and years, they've been happy about not been talking about truth and fruit and how to walk. Because obviously, if the church is doing that, telling people how to walk, how to have fruit, and that sort of thing, then people are thinking they're judging them. And, you can't do that. You can't offend people in church, so therefore telling someone, what they think is fruit isn't really fruit. You can't do that. No chance at all. So, so there you go. I wish you well. Enjoy. Bye-bye.